Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hello, dear friends, and welcome to another Prayer for Peace moment. We are honored that both God and Master Jesus have granted to us these platforms through which we can connect and for the good and multiply the good together as co-creators and children of God. What a great honor, beloved friends. So let us keep in mind that throughout these moments of prayer, the mentor spirits are entering our homes, providing us with the spiritual vitamins of which we are in need, enveloping our family members, loved ones, in vibrations of serenity, and also counting on us to offer our vibrations of compassion, understanding, fraternity, and love for them to utilize on behalf of others. So, what a beautiful opportunity for us to teamwork in the good, and so that we feel inspired in this process and multiply the good even further. We are going to read a message by Emmanuel, published in the book The Way, the Truth, and the Life, psychographed by Chico Xavier. The message upon which we are going to focus is message 104, entitled The Symbolic Sword. We will now read the message, then bring a couple of highlights, propose a therapeutic exercise, and close with a prayer of heartfelt gratitude. Shall we, beloved friends? Let us begin. The symbolic sword. Do not suppose that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. Jesus, Matthew 10:35. Emmanuel comments on those very words of Master Jesus in the following way. Many readers of the Gospel are troubled by this statement by the Divine Master, for the human concept of peace has been viscerally corrupted for many centuries. According to the usual definition, peace means having obtained external guarantees in which the physical body may lounge about untroubled, surrounded by servants, rotting away in idleness and avoiding the activities of life. Jesus could never endorse the sword of tranquility. In contrast to the world's mistaken idea, he brought the regenerative struggle, that is, the symbolic sword of inner knowledge by divine revelation, so that men and women could begin the battle of self-perfection. The Master came to the earth to implement the fight of redemption, a bloodless battlefront which was destined to illuminate the human pathway, was formed at the moment of his first teaching. He himself was the first to inaugurate testimony by means of supreme sacrifices. The earth has lived beneath these renewing impulses for almost 20 centuries now, and woe to those who sleep, strangers to the sanctifying process. To seek a false peace of idleness is to deviate from the light, thereby avoiding life and hastening death. Even so, Jesus is also called the Prince of Peace. Yes, Christ brought to the world the renewing sword of war against evil, being himself the divine source of repose for hearts united in his love. In the most critical situations, these men and women find a lasting serenity in him. That is because Jesus began the battle for the salvation of humanity, while at the same time representing the pillar of sublime peace for all who are good and sincere. What a powerful message by our dear Emmanuel. Through the very words of Master Jesus, Emmanuel helps us to re-signify the meaning of peace from within. Emmanuel reminds us that often, while we are incarnated, we blind ourselves with the illusion of the passing pleasures. And as we are blinded by these passing pleasures, Emmanuel tells us that we likely seek for external guarantees, in his words, in which the physical body may lounge about untroubled, rotting away in idleness, while avoiding the activities of life. Many of us, beloved friends, may have had the mistaken idea or understanding that being at peace means being untroubled. But Master Jesus, says Emmanuel, brings a new concept of peace to us. He no longer invites us to connect peace to the passing pleasures of the earth, to beauty, to physical pleasure, to material comfort. Instead, Master Jesus invites you and I, all of us, to harvest and look for, search for peace in a clear conscience. Often, for our conscience to be at true, everlasting peace, we do need to experience the regenerative struggle. We do need to be challenged. We do need to undergo tests. After all, life is a school, and often prior to reincarnating, we ourselves, as spirits seeking to evolve more rapidly, do ask for challenges. We say to our mentor spirits, please do not allow us to rest in idleness. Do not allow us to have all the material comforts that we may desire, because we reincarnated to serve others by honoring Master Jesus's living message. Our idea of peace, beloved friends, often is associated with selfishness. As long as we have all that we need materially, we are at peace. But that is but an illusion, because when we are free of the physical body, we awaken again to the realities of the spirit, and we come to learn or to remind ourselves that the purpose of our reincarnation was not to live in material comfort solely, but rather it was to utilize of this material comfort in order to have more means to comfort others, in order to have more means to get out of ourselves, in order to have more opportunities to think of others, in order to be more useful to the greater good. This is where true, unshakable peace lies, when we choose to be of greater use to the general good. And because the world of which we are currently a part does not fully understand us yet, we may have to encounter opposition, sometimes within our families. Family members may say, "Oh, why? Why study? Why go to the center? Why be kind to others, make an effort to be kind to others at all times? Why silence when others seem to be aggressive? Why?" Others may ask. This is the regenerative struggle. This is the sword that Master Jesus referred to, the sword through which we perfect ourselves. Our battles, beloved friends, as Emmanuel tells us, are no longer external. We are no longer fighting lions as the early Christians have done, but we are indeed fighting the beasts of pride and vanity, of selfishness that lie within us. Anytime we have the opportunity to say a kind word and do a kind gesture, and internally we say to ourselves, "Oh no, we are too busy at the moment. Oh no, our to-do list is too big for this. Oh no, maybe tomorrow," then we are not choosing true peace. We are choosing temporary comfort. So here is our therapeutic question of tonight. Where are we in with regards to our choices, with regards to how we are making use of our free will? On average, are we more likely to say, "Oh, well, we are kind of booked with the things we need to do on our to-do list, so spending time with others or donating of ourselves to others isn't yet our priority"? Or are we already learning to get out of ourselves? Do we prioritize, for instance, speaking our minds so as to get relief, temporary relief? Or have we learned to tame this divine instrument of the voice so as to allow the voice and the power of words to be directed as a source of encouragement? This is an inner battle that is worth fighting, the battle of adjusting the talent of the words, for example, for the use of the greater good, offering encouragement to others. Let us first, dear friends, then analyze where we are. If in the majority of a period of 24 hours we think mostly of ourselves, then we may be finding peace, but that peace that is temporary, linked to our material scenario. If we, on the other hand, are already awakening to the need of being useful to others, then we are marching along according to Master Jesus' teachings. And secondly, how are we utilizing the power of our own words? Do we use the vocal cords, this divine harp, as an instrument through which we literally speak our minds to voice whatever comes along? Or have we already begun to channel this power on behalf of the greater good, spreading words of hope, encouragement, and optimism to others? Our divine harp can be an instrument of service as we fight the divine battle with the symbolic sword of inner improvement. Let us then embrace this exercise from on high of adjusting ourselves with a symbolic sword of inner improvement by offering of ourselves as instruments of optimism and peace to others. And let us, dear friends, begin now with our prayerful moment, shall we? Let us play background music so as to inspire our collective prayer. 1 second as we set the music for our prayerful moment. Closing our eyes and opening our hearts, we visualize the Prince of Peace amongst us, thanking Master Jesus for the light that he brings to our hearts. Tonight we choose to take the symbolic sword of inner improvement, and we pledge to dedicate our thoughts, feelings, and actions towards the greater good, trusting that Master Jesus will continue to be our living source of inspiration. We now visualize the Divine Master bringing baskets of healing love, optimism, and hope to our homes, renewing the psychosphere of the home given to us as Master Jesus embraces each and every one in the circle of prayer and all of their loved ones. And as we unite through Master Jesus' sacred heart, now we join the Divine Shepherd in visiting all of our friends, brothers and sisters on earth whose physical bodies are experiencing fragility. May it be because of a terminal illness. May it be because of addictions. May it be because of health issues. May it be because of a recent reincarnation. We visualize Master Jesus embracing all of these brothers and sisters of ours, reminding them that they are light, that they are love, and they are true joy of living. Visualizing Master Jesus embracing expectant mothers, we also hear his sweet, noble, and melodic voice, reminding the servants and mediums of God that they are love on the earth, and that their living message of God's wisdom shall shine forth and shall help God realize God's will on the earth. We pray for all fathers on the earth, whether they are incarnated or discarnated. May they receive an embrace of hope from Master Jesus, praying so that the Institute of Family continues to be sustained by the power of love. We pray for our youth, visualizing Master Jesus, inspiring them to succeed in this beautiful reincarnation, learning to love and to serve always. We pray for all educators on the earth, all social workers, therapists, healthcare providers of any sort. We pray for Master Jesus to shower them with much love, hope, and blessings, so that Master Jesus' healing can continue to operate wonders through their loving hands, coming to understand that sometimes an illness is the true healing for the spirit. We pray in gratitude for God's will to be realized on the earth. And we pray for all our brothers and sisters who are receiving medical care at this moment, so that they feel consoled and encouraged by the presence of the Master. We also pray for all the works of the good on the earth to be sustained by God's love, and knowing that we shall have the strength to think of others more than of ourselves. We thank God for the many opportunities we have in each and every day to serve, and praying so that service remains in our minds and hearts. We now ask God, Master Jesus, and the beloved mentors for permission to finalize these prayerful moments with much gratitude in our hearts. And so be it. Thank you, dear friends, for the blessings of togetherness for the good. We hope that we can all stay tuned right here on Kardec Radio as we make an effort together in this current of the good to spread the good in all directions. We thank you, dear friends, and we look forward to seeing us together right here next time. Bye for now.